Hi everybody, welcome to Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. I'm your host Miko.
I'm Candace.
I'm Lynn.
And we are here today to bring you kind of a special and unique show. It's just going to be us three ladies today. And we're going to talk to you about some real stuff that goes on with life today.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, just some everyday real life stuff. And it also ties into, you know, what we are all about, which is networking and connecting.
Right.
So it also ties into all that. Your everyday life has a lot to do with that. But first, ladies, you already know what we're going to do right now. We're going to talk about brunch. Right. I want you guys to pay attention. You know, although our brunches might be small, they are they got a lot of
They're impacted with a lot of flavor and goodness.
Yes.
It has a lot of flavor bomb in it.
Right. And don't forget, if you guys, anybody wants any of our recipes from what we have on our show, just leave a comment down below and we will definitely get back to you and let you know what exactly it is that we had and how you can prepare it yourself at home for yourself, your family, or any party or event that you have.
Yeah.
But now let's get with it. So we had some steak and egg burritos.
Yes.
Breakfast burritos. Now, it might sound
Simple.
basic
Yeah,
and
it
simple,
does.
you know, but it was some sauteed, thinly cut, what they call steak-um steaks. Okay? Steak-um steak. So basically what that means is that the steak is sliced very, very thin, so when you cook it,
All the flavor is in there.
right?
That would make it flavorful. Yeah.
You know, it really comes together. We had some sauteed onions and bell peppers with that. We had some pico de gallo and some sharp cheddar cheese on top.
And egg.
And eggs.
That sauce that you made, the
Avocado chipotle sauce.
Oh my.
It was so
Nice
delicious. So delicious. Not too spicy, but just enough to give it a kick when you add it to your breakfast burrito. We also had some garlic parmesan home fries. Those were good.
Always enjoy garlic.
And you know the
Spice
difference.
of anything.
Right. And the difference between, you know, the way I did them today, as far as the potatoes, I used white potatoes, so baby white potatoes.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
they really have more. They have a little bit of a sweetness to
I
them.
didn't notice it.
And
And
it was.
Parmesan cheese, because I've never had Parmesan cheese on potatoes.
Oh, honey,
That
I
was,
do it
that
all
was
the
a nice
time.
little
to it.
taste. Like,
I was like,
this is amazing.
Right.
Jeez.
I love working with the baby potatoes, and then you add the savory to it. So you have the garlic that is in the parmesan that's savory, and then you have the potatoes that are a little
That's
sweet,
sweet.
and you add them together. It's so delicious, so delicious. And then we had some delicious, honey,
parfait.
delicious. Now the parfait that I created today.
What's
Cross
the
my
order?
eyes.
What's the order, right?
Oh my God, nothing ordinary about it.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
want you to come up with another name because they don't say enough.
Right, like that.
Justice, right? No, it should be like a cereal cookie crisp with berry something. I don't know. But parfait don't get enough.
Right.
So good.
Well, it was
So
delicious,
good.
honey. And if anybody wants the recipe from it, you know, for it, just go ahead, like I said before, drop your comments down below. Or you can even go to the website, www.blacktcomplete.com. And actually, there's an area where you can send a message or send a comment. And I will definitely get back to you. One of us will, with the recipes for what we had today.
The last thing we have.
And mimosas.
We gotta have
Mimosas. So these are tropical punch mimosas. Tropical punch
Absolutely so
mimosa.
good.
We gotta keep it different, and we have them in our wonderful glove glasses.
Yes. Provided for you.
Exactly. So you know, like I said before, you can get any of our glasses as well. You can definitely go on the site and order them, or you can leave a comment down below, and one of us will reach back out to you and let you know how you can actually get these glasses. So you can get them individually, or you can get them as a set. So again, just leave a comment. We'll get back to you. All right. Okay, ladies. So now that we got that out the way,
Brunch out the way,
brunch out the way, which is the most important thing to me. I don't know about you. You know, today we're gonna talk about just what we have. We're gonna let all of you guys know about who we are. We've been on here. We've given you a couple of guests where you got the opportunity to see a little bit of what other people are doing as far as business is concerned, how we connect, how we can network and help each other out. We're going to talk about ourselves now. We're going to give you guys a little bit of information about ourselves so you can get to know us a little bit better. Know your Black Tea with Sunday Brunch team.
Yes.
Okay? And so, I'm going to just jump in there and go first.
right ahead.
That's
only right.
It's only right.
So I'll jump in there. And as you all know, my name is Miko. I started a company called Black Tea. It actually kind of bounced off of another company I had that was called the Brownstone. event planning and catering. The name was being used so much that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go with something, different, something unique, something that actually represents who I am as well.
Yeah.
So you think about it, black tea. Now a lot of people when I say that say black tea, oh like a hot cup of tea, I'm like, yeah, but you can think about it like that.
Yeah.
That's not actually what it is.
Right.
Black tea basically stands for strength and purity.
Right.
So if you guys, anybody, you go to my website, you check everything out, you'll see that strength and purity is on a lot of things that I've used because black is represented for strength.
Yes.
And tea, black tea is the purest tea that you can drink.
Yes.
Now everybody thinks it's green tea. Green tea is a healing tea. Black tea is the purest tea.
Okay.
So it's a little education,
Right.
And it's the strongest tea. It has the most caffeine in
That's why I
it.
say it's
So just think about it when you think about that word black tea, you think of strength and purity, you know that we have a strong foundation here.
Absolutely.
So that's what black tea comes from. That's where it comes from. So when you hear that name black tea, just know we're talking about strength and purity.
Absolutely.
So I thought that would be an awesome way to reach out to people and really capture their
a catchphrase.
right? To capture their attention, like, oh, what is black tea? You want to know what black tea is.
Right.
And we are a complete event planning and catering company.
Yes.
We also go a little bit further than that. The company we can actually provide anything that you need for your events.
Absolutely.
Any service that you need, all the way down to personal chefing.
Yes.
So if you just wanted an intimate evening, you planned an intimate evening at home with your significant other, and you say, hey, as a gift, I want someone to come over and cook for us.
Right.
Black tea can get that for you.
Absolutely.
Whether I put on my chef coat and get on over there, or somebody else from the company
have a
put on
little
the chef coat and get on over there. We can provide it all.
I love it.
We personalize gifts. So if you have a party or an event that you were doing and you need some gifts and you want to personalize them, we can personalize it.
Yes.
So let me show you some of the things that we can do. Somebody hand me one of my bags, please.
Our black man over here.
Black tea Vanna White over here.
Yes. All right.
So these are a couple of bags that I'm doing for some clients of mine. This one here. And these have been personalized. This is what they wanted on them. You can put your names on them or anything. You can choose something that I already have created, or you can actually ask me for something and I can create something special for you as far as a picture. Yeah, you want glasses. We have these wonderful glasses, wine glasses. Sometimes you want to do something different with your girls or even with your family. Period. You just want a different
Bridal shower or like birthday gift.
Exactly. Then we have these wonderful glasses here, little cocktail glasses. Cocktail glasses. Oh yeah, you can wash them. Sorry, in the background trying to tell me what I can let you guys know.
That's right. That's our producer.
Right. Definitely safe to wash them. Everything stays in place. The dishwasher safe.
Yes.
Preferably when you have anything that have the jewels on them, you want to make sure you can wash them. Although the jewels are supposed to stand the test of time, you still want to just make sure you take care of your glasses and actually wash them by hand. From banners to backdrops, we can do anything from an 8 by 8 foot banner, all the way down to a very small, background banner or something that you want to do. So anything that you need for your events, birthday parties, weddings, corporate events, anything that you need, we have it. The other good thing about it is once you utilize the services for black tea and you want catering, we come supply with everything. We have, all the dishes that you need. We have the linens that you need. We have the food warmers. So you don't have to go to another company to put your party together. We come completely
Black tea complete. That's why it's
with everything that you need.
Complete.
So that makes it easier for you as an event planner, not planner, but organizer. You're the person who's putting the event together. It makes it easier for you to come to one place and be able to complete your whole event. How cool is that?
All that trying to move around and talk to different people. Who did I tell?
Right.
I told this person this thing.
Right.
It's all in your own. You all under one umbrella. You got one thing on. I just love it.
One thing on. And we also will run the whole event for you. So the day
you just show up.
You just show up, look pretty, and there it is.
Yes.
So what I'm all about. You know, it's what I'm all about. That's what we have. I have to offer what we have to offer. You know, with Black
We are Black Tea.
We are Black Tea. There you go.
Yes.
We're the team.
The team.
She's the founder. We are her team.
That's
There
right.
you go.
That's
And
right.
it takes a team. It takes a team to make anything work. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a team to raise a business.
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
How about that?
It does.
You know, so it's important that you have people on your side like I do, and I'm very, very, very grateful. I promise you guys, I'm so grateful to have these 2 young ladies working with me because, you know, support is very important. You can say you can do it all by yourself, but when it comes down to it, you really need that other person to really bounce off of, help you out, support you, and keep you going. You know, and I swear, from as a person that is a cheerleader for somebody, these ladies have always been in my corner all the time. You know, and I so appreciate it.
She made it easy. That's the problem.
That's
She
why
makes it way
you know.
too easy for us to want to get behind you because your product and what you do and what you stand for. I believe in it. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate
And I
it.
ditto that.
And also on our team, we got a hairstylist, honey.
yes, that's what I do. I've been braiding for 10 years. I don't want to get my age. I'm 46.
But you look good.
I've been braiding my whole life, I feel like. And it's one of those things that just happen to happen. And I'm so grateful that my gift that I have to make people look good, that I get paid to do.
And I'm one of them people.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I did. Candace braids, you know, she looks hot on here. But yeah, I just like my job. I like what I'm doing. Another thing that we can bring to the Black Tea,
Bring to
easy
it.
complete.
Bring
you
to
know,
it.
if you need a braider in the house, you need a hairstylist, we got that too. That's what we do. This is the things that we do.
Anything that you need. Anything that you need. Oh, tomorrow we have a bridal shower and my hairstylist called off. Oh, we got you. Don't worry about it. We got so many people in our network that we communicate with or we work with and connect with that you literally do not have to stress when it comes to finding something that you need for whatever it is that you're doing.
Right, because if we don't know, we know how to get to the people.
There you go.
That works.
We have the connection. The whole purpose behind Black Tea Complete is to make sure that the guest is minimum stress
Yes.
is possible.
Right.
You know,
So
it's
it's
very
stressful.
right.
Yeah.
No, planning an event.
It's very
a
stressful.
party, a wedding, or anything.
It's very stressful.
I don't care if it's a small party, even a small party.
Yes.
It can be stressful.
It can be because it's the little details that you
That
necessarily
makes
don't
it.
think about
That makes the
that
party
makes
or
the
the
party.
event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes or break what happens at your party, your event, or what it is that you're doing. It really does. So, you know, like my dad always say, put that clipboard down. You know, but when you see me with my clipboard, I mean business.
Right.
That means that everything on this clipboard is getting checked off. It's gonna
Right.
get checked off the way that the way it's supposed to be
Check it
done.
twice.
There you go. Now I might be late to work, but I'm gonna be on time for your event.
Absolutely.
Your event, we gonna be on time, and that means everybody else
Because
gonna
we
be on
work for
time.
you. We work for you at that moment.
We are working for you. Exactly. We are your employees
Yes.
at that moment. You
Yes.
hired us to do a service, a business, and we want to make sure that we provide the best service that we can. Yes. You know, so it's very important to make sure that your dream parties come to life.
Absolutely.
That's very important. And if you look at our website, that's what it's all about, making your dream parties come to life. So, you know, it's just something that rolls good. It's something that rolls good. And, you know, we also can bring the professionalism to your team, you know. So we have you know, Miss Candace over here that has, you know, how do you manage?
Years of management experience, right? And so what I bring to that is, like they both said, professionalism. To make sure that we're on time, and the people that we have, that we employed or have on our staff that are going to be at your every beck and call, because they're going to be at our every beck and call. So we want to make sure that we first, like you said, first most, bring the professionalism to every event that you have.
Yes.
And we do that, not just one person, but we all do it. Everyone that is on the staff.
Absolutely.
Make sure we bring that. And I, of course, make sure along with me too and Miss Land. Yes.
Make sure that, you know, it all comes together right. You know, it's nothing like having an event or having a party and, you know, you have somebody there that's supposed to be taking care of everything and they don't have something. And they run into the host.
Asking you what's
Yeah, they run into the host all the time.
Yeah, we eliminate all that.
What about that? You know, the goal is for the host not to have no type of input.
Right.
You know, the goal is for the host to enjoy the event. If they wanted to be planning it, they wouldn't have hired us.
Right.
You know, so the goal is to enjoys the event, enjoys their guests, and has a good time, gets, you know, and be able to get a good experience out of it. You know, let us deal with the stress. Let us deal with the chaos. Let us deal with the running around. We'll fill you in later.
Absolutely. How crazy. You want to be behind the scenes.
But you won't, we don't want the host to know that there has been anything wrong or anything going on with the event, because like I said, the goal is to make sure that you guys are all happy, you know, and taken care of.
That's just a little bit of what Black Tea
That's just a little bit what Black Tea brings to the table, you know, and that's why the networking and connection with other businesses is very important. You know, it's very important because anybody that we're going to connect with is going to be on top of it.
Right.
You know, they're going to be on their P's and Q's. I'm not going to hire a flower designer that's going to come 30 minutes after they were supposed to be there, because now you're late.
Right. And that's our name.
Right.
You know, that's
Exactly.
going up. So
Exactly.
Black Tea stands.
Exactly.
Right.
We have a standard.
There you go.
We have a high standard.
Exactly. And we stand for strength and purity.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So if I give you my word that something's gonna be there at 2 o'clock, then the thing is to make sure it's there at
1:30.
1:30.
Exactly.
There you go.
1:30.
That's why I always tell people, when you plan an event, honey, the week of don't even count.
Right. No.
You can't-
Yeah. You can find it
That is
together.
out of the
Out of it. Yeah, you
That
can't.
is nothing. You don't
Trying loose ends at that time, but hey,
Exactly. You
you're
can't
not
count
making
that.
any plans during the week,
Yeah.
the last week.
No, because it's over.
It's over.
It's
Yeah.
over. The event's
Whatever you couldn't get booked, you couldn't get booked.
Yeah, you know. Now, granted, we know the last minute stuff happens.
Right.
You know, last minute things, it's
yeah.
life. And that's what, you know, what we're here to, you know, kind of put the cushion on for you is the things that happen in life. There are things that are going to happen, but the goal is to make sure
There's
you have a
minimum.
plan.
Yeah.
Right. You have a plan to troubleshoot things.
Absolutely.
Just in case. I don't believe in plan Bs, but what I do believe in being secure and having
Your plan A.
you know,
Airtight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And having the plan A airtight means having, you know, extra resources put in place, you know, so that way.
To cover your plan A.
There you go. There you go. So we don't have to follow the plan B because plan A is already airtight.
Yes.
Airtight, you know. So I appreciate the fact that, you know, we all have the same standards and we all have the same,
Absolutely.
you know, goals for the company and successes and everything. So that's what's very important. That's what's very important, because if we're not on one page, if we're not tight, if we're not, you know, complete within ourselves, exactly, then it's not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work, you know. So
We're very prideful too. We have a lot of pride in the work that we present to our clients. So for I mean, all of us, but when I speak, I'm speaking for me. But I'm just saying, we are all prideful. We all take a lot of pride in what we do and what we bring in, the way we present it to you. So
Yes.
you would not be in bad hands when you come.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And you know, everything that we do, everything that we offer, it ties into everyday life as well. I know that sounds a little weird, sounds a little crazy, but it does, because we offer the high standards that we offer is the high standards that you offer within your life every day. Okay, everybody has such high, you know, expectations for themselves and for other people. Okay, so it plays a part for our kids.
Absolutely. You
For our
want the
kids,
best.
right?
Yeah.
So what we offer is what we're teaching on a daily basis
Absolutely.
in life. For our, you know, with our family, kids, and employees, or whatever the case may be. We're teaching it every day, and it plays a part. I always tell my team, you know, everything that you do at this job is basically preparing you for what it is that you want to try to do. You know, and everything that I learned, you know, through my never-ending job experience, you know, has basically gave me the skill set that I have now to run Black Tea.
Absolutely.
You know, to run Black Tea. You know, if anybody who knows me knows that my end goal is to own my own cafe. That's what it is. That's what we're headed to.
Single day when I'm gonna start cooking.
Right.
I'm gonna
And
take
this
it
cafe,
now.
you know, this cafe is going to be a cafe that's going to offer a lot of things, not just food.
Can't wait to hear a little bit
Right.
more about that.
But that's coming soon.
And hopefully it's going to come real soon.
Sooner than later. Yeah.
God has his plan for me.
Yeah.
But you know, I tell you guys just a little story. Probably take me not even a minute to tell it. I started the process a few years ago. I had 2 locations. I started off in one city, and then ended up in another city because of the differences as far as like how the plans and everything,
of it,
you know, get going. And put so much money into it only for it not to take off. Not take off.
Yeah.
And I was so discouraged, and I kept saying, what is going on? What's happening? Why can't I get this going? So I called Candace, and I confided in Candace.
Okay.
And I was, kind of depressed and was like, I don't understand what's going on. Why isn't it working out for me? She said, maybe it's because you need to work in the field first. Now I was kind of working in it, but I wasn't hands-on like I am now. And I said, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe I need to. So with the help of Candace, I was able to get a job working in the industry at an actual coffee house, so I can see just what it takes to run the business behind the scenes.
Right.
I tell you, if I would have opened up that business before I did that,
That's why I failed.
I would fail.
Everything happens for a reason. It
Yeah.
wasn't your time because you needed some more planning for yourself.
I needed the education.
Yes.
And hands-on.
Oh,
Oh,
my
ain't
God.
nothing like being right there.
Oh, I'm telling you.
hands-on. Like you can read a book, but if you doing it as you go, it's like,
Right. But I tell you this much, once I got into it, it was like second nature to me.
Absolutely.
It was second nature.
Yeah.
It was so easy for me to grasp the things, because I would call Candace all the time and say, well, what about this? How do you do that? What does this mean? What does that mean? And she would tell me, but it was nothing like seeing
Knowing it
it
for yourself.
firsthand.
Yeah.
She even offered for me to come to her job and kind of just see how she
Come right
does
under me.
things.
Yeah,
She,
sure.
in the management in the same industry. And I was like, okay, and everything. But when I got into it, like I said, it was like second nature, and it just started to flow. I can run it from home.
With your eyes closed.
Wow. I can sit at home and I can run the whole, tell you what to do, what you need to do, how you need to do, without looking at anything. I can tell you what's supposed to happen and what's gonna
missing,
happen.
how's it
What's
going,
missing,
yeah,
why something's not
Yeah.
going right. I can tell you why without being there to see it. That's because it's in me.
Yeah.
It's a part of me.
Passion,
Right.
that passion.
It's that passion, like we talked about before. When something is your passion, when something is naturally in you, you don't need the extensive, 17 years on the job in order for you to figure it out.
Right.
Because I was so into what it was all about that I soaked everything up right from the jump.
Right.
I sat there with a pen and paper, and what did you just do?
Right.
And how
And
did
look,
you
she
do
was
it?
taking plans for her business.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, where does that coffee shop fit
Right.
She was like, well, I can use this, and this will be good against my business. I'm like, it would, but this is how you know that it was in you, because you always had the desire, like you said, you always wanted your own coffee shop, your own restaurant type place, but to work for someone else and to know how they work is like you have to run someone's business like it's yours. You know what I mean? That's what a good manager is. You know what I mean? There are people who come in, punch the clock, and do what they have to do, and only gonna do what they're told to do. You know what I mean? But when you in there running like, hey, you're not gonna let employees do X, Y, and Z because it's like your name is behind it. Because at the end of the
Feels like
day,
it's yours.
It is.
It's running like it's yours. Yeah.
Right. You just don't get those big checks
Yeah,
like
right.
the CEO.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
at the same time, you have to take pride in your work and the people that you hire and work for you, and how you treat your guests and your customers. All of that goes into play.
Operations. Operations.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
It is a
And
lot.
to keep everybody happy at the
Absolutely.
same time.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't forget food, the gotta be right too.
Right.
Right.
And that's
Product. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, so-
Right. And just like one of our last conversations that we have, like I said, I always tell my team and even myself, honey, you don't manage people, you manage personalities.
Personality.
Honey, you manage personality. Because the person themselves, you can love them outside of work.
Yeah. But you
But you might not like them. It's right. They might not
Yeah.
be the fit for that. Well, it's
Yeah.
okay if they're not the fit.
Right.
Your personality don't fit with this, honey. You gotta, you need to find something that
So
can.
let me ask you, during that time, did any of that discourage you from having your own, or you was like, I'm glad I saw this part of this business because now either I really wanted to do, or I'm going to step back and wait a little while.
Yeah. It actually helped me to see what I should and shouldn't do in my
Okay.
business.
Okay.
So it didn't discourage me.
Okay.
It actually made me just be able to say,
Open
Here's
your eyes.
the pros, here's the cons.
yeah.
This is what
so I know what I
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
All the way down to some of the operations, the differences in the way people, run their operations of their business. I saw some things and I was like, why would you do that? And then I saw some things say,
Yeah.
okay, I see why you did it, but that didn't make sense if you could have did
Right
this
here.
and still got to it. You did, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it really, really did just give me like a very insight, an extensive inside educational look to how it is, that you operate, put together, plan, and even build a network in business. Because the restaurant that I work for now is still considered a baby company.
Okay.
It's still a brand new company. It's only since 2004. I can't add right now.
Okay.
I can't add 15 years. Okay, yeah, still 14, 15 years, and so they're still considered new. You know what I'm saying? They just got over the baby hump in the industry. Because if you follow the statistics, you know there are those statistics. There are those statistics. You know I can't talk. If you follow the statistics, it tells you that it takes any company that's growing and that wants to grow that large 15 to 20 years to really plant their feet.
Wow, so they just now plant their feet at 15 years?
To really plant their feet.
Sheesh.
Because you're going through so many ups and downs within those
And
first
trends
10 to 15 trends and everything. Your company is trying to now fit in with all that, learn with that, and roll with it.
Existing businesses
Roll
are
with
going
it,
up.
exactly, and roll with
Yeah.
it. So it takes a minute, you know, that whole thing where it says, you know, most companies fail within the first year. Well, no, they get through the first year. You give them
that fifth year.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Failing
You
that
know what I'm
10th year.
saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's what makes companies go public. That's what makes them go public, because once you go public, then you get all these other financial resources that comes your way, and it keeps you stable. That's what makes it harder and makes it more unique for these smaller businesses to really stay afloat, because they're still private. They're still private. You know, the coffee and tea industry, which is the industry that I'm passionate about, is the coffee and tea industry, as well as like small cafes, is a multi-billion-dollar industry that grows rapidly by the year.
Sure.
Okay, food and beverages is one of the highest grossing industries out there. It's out there.
It's a necessity.
Out there.
You gotta eat.
Exactly.
You're gonna do it somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no matter if you got $2 in your pocket, you're gonna find somewhere to spend that $2 to get you either a beverage or a little snack. One or the other. So that's why it's such a high grossing
And speaking of that,
industry.
right, and that's why a lot of the fast food places have now taken toward that direction.
Yes.
Because they're trying to tap into that market that's it's money to be made.
Yes.
And so, but you know, I was thinking about what you were saying, that how sometimes, like, you know, what to say and what to do, what not to do in your own business, and you know, and all of us from wherever we work, we take, you know, something, you know, the pros and cons, taking notes from where we are, you know what I mean? But the good thing about when you're working for a corporation was, you know, one of the things that you kind of have to work with is that because you work for a corporation, they dictate the way they want their business.
Yes.
You know, and so even though it might be a location that where this might work for you better because you're managing the store, and then you can see because you're there every day. You see the people coming. This works for this store, and we can make so much money. If I can just they let me do this.
Right.
But then because you work for a corporation, you cannot do that. You don't have the leeway. You have to follow their direction, their plans of operation.
Yeah, right.
But when you work for, you know, a franchise or an independent company or your own, you have that leeway to the flexibility to be able to, you know, switch it up how you see fit. You know, and so that's some of the, I think, the pros and cons when you're working for a corporation and a franchise or independent person.
Right. Because I think you know, independent companies and small businesses like that, and franchises even too. They work for specific like locations, like they're market specific.
Right.
You know, corporations want to be uniform.
Right.
They're more concerned about all of their locations being
Doing the exact
uniform,
same
doing the
thing.
exact same thing, and less concerned about is what I'm doing
Is
in
it
this
working?
market,
Is it
working in
working?
that market.
Right.
And that's, you know, and it's funny that you say that, because I had to tell my boss, you know, not too long ago, like, listen, you can't do the same thing in my restaurant that they do in the other restaurant, because it doesn't work.
And this is why.
Why? And so they came, well, what do you think? Why do you think that is? And I'm like, well, because look at where we are. Look at the demographic, the market over in this area. It's nothing like the market over on that side. So you have to make sure that when you're marketing specifically for the way it is over here. What are you going to do to bring the people in this area around? Because the people across town not coming over here if they going to pass one up. They're going to go to the one over there where they're closest to. So that's where a lot of people don't really understand, especially like you said, when you get into corporations, they don't understand that you have to be market specific. And that's just like you know, tending to somebody's personality. That's just like dealing with team members or employees. or even your clients.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you deal with a different demographic, type of people that they gonna want a certain service, and you have to make sure you cater to them.
Right. So with that being said, we definitely need to make sure that we focus on the details when it comes to putting an event together and planning and networking even also, because we want to make sure that when we network with other companies, they match our company.
Yes.
You know,
standards
and standards and everything. They match the market.
Well, it's important.
You know, what market are they targeting? What do they do? What do they offer? Want to make sure that they can offer our clients what it is that, you know, the clients need.
Yes.
You know, so it all ties together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything ties together. You see what I mean when I say that? You know, and it's so funny because one of my old team members came back to me not too long ago, came to visit actually to get some food, and she was like, you know, Miss Michelle, you always, you know, used to tell us that everything that we learn here or we do here is going to pay off for us somewhere else. And she said, and you pressing me to change my customer service outlook on things really helped me and where I am. She was like, yeah, I'm a teacher, and you know, she just got her teaching credentials.
Okay. Wow.
She's like, so I got put into a classroom, and she said, and these kids were going crazy. They was like getting on my nerves.
Of course.
She said, but she literally sat back, and it made me feel good. She said, I thought about it. Okay, what Miss Michelle said? She said, I'm managing personalities. I'm teaching personalities. I'm not teaching kids. I said, that's how you look at it.
Yeah.
Because each person, you have to do something different and unique with them in order for them to learn or understand what it is that you're trying to give them, the information you're trying to give. They're not going to all receive it the same.
Right, and it's crazy too, because on the flip side of that, as a, you know, being in the customer service industry, you are serving different personalities.
Yes.
They're not all one customer.
No,
you know,
all the same customer.
Yeah,
Right.
right. And not all the same type of customer. You know, so it's like you're serving different personalities.
Yes.
And what I think that is, people just come into when you know, as a young person starting off, or even, you know, sometimes as an adult needing a second job, and you come into, you know, a food service or a customer service industry, and you're like, okay, I'm here to get this check, but you don't realize the amount of people that you meet. You don't realize the type of personalities you meet, good and bad, and that sometimes those people can also propel you too.
Oh yeah.
Because you never know who you can connect with. That's why that connect and meeting people is important for you to always go off your best impression.
First impression.
Yeah.
First impression is the last. I mean, if you talk to my kids, especially my son, he'd probably tell y'all, if I hear that phrase one more again, I'm gonna go crazy. Because I would always tell him, your first impression is the most lasting impression, because you can be like an awesome person, but when somebody first meets you or come in contact with you, whatever you give them is what they're going to be taking back with them to say, I don't know. Right. So even if you come correct the next time, they still will keep in the back of their head that first time they met you, it just wasn't on point. It takes more of a trust thing to build when it comes to a situation
like that. We're going to give you a second chance. Right?
Yes, but give you a second chance.
And the other thing is that because we're living in a digital age,
yes,
is that a lot of times, you know, this is being in the business and, you know, working in corporations, that they do things by Yelp and tracking your service, or you know, whoever they've been serving. But not only that, people can go instantly to Instagram or let them know how your service was, or you know, what they like or didn't like. So whether you're doing something that's, you know, on a broad scale with a big name company, or you're doing something on your own, word of mouth travel.
Right.
You know,
it does.
And that always, I mean, always,
it's louder.
We always say that it's louder. It's louder.
It's louder.
It's made a lot of noise. Yeah, it makes more noise.
And I mean, it's not that you can't regroup from it,
right?
But like you said,
that first impression though.
That first impression. Yeah, it's the game changer for everything. It's the game changer for everything. So I always tell people, you know what, just give off your best. Even when you have a bad day, try your hardest to give out your best. And if you feel like you cannot come correct, don't be there.
Yeah.
I don't want you here. I don't want you in front of my guests. I don't want you to be involved, and you are not going to try your hardest to be there.
Just I
don't want no, you know what, this is just a job.
I don't like mediocre.
No,
I don't want nothing mediocre. You
no.
can't give me the high level and impress me, then I don't want it.
Right.
I want you. I don't want you here.
Yeah.
I'll find somebody to replace you, or we'll be low status.
Exactly. And that goes back to even with, like, you know, going out for interviews or anything like that. If you go for an interview, don't
Come
Don't
give
come,
us.
don't come up in here no jeans,
Sneakers.
and a t-shirt that look like it should have been put in
no iron.
the dirty clothes.
Even if you come and just inquire about a job, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
If you come
you
in
should.
inquiring about the job, I feel like look like something.
Yeah,
look the part. And I would tell people when they came into my job and they wanted to look for a job, I would just tell them like, look, I know you're looking, you might not have a lot of money, but you can go to Goodwill and go get you a couple of dollars for a shirt, just a couple of dollars for a button-down shirt. Because the first impression, like you said, always is the first thing, and I don't like that's small.
It is.
Are you guys hiring? But if you dress nice, I might want to interview right there.
Right in there.
The young ones, and they was like, "Thank you so much." I know they wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
All they was coming asking, "Are we hiring?"
Right.
And I always give a lesson. I just feel
All
like
the time.
young people need that. They
Yeah,
need
they
it.
do.
Like it's still the village.
Right.
I don't care if you're not my kid. I got
Right.
kids your age or maybe
Yeah.
younger. However, I got them from so many ages. But I always feel like they need that lesson.
Yes.
And when you do that, you'd be amazed at how much that they take that.
Oh
with
yeah,
them.
because they don't know.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, she cared enough
To tell me.
Yeah, I had a
cared
story.
enough.
I had a young lady, and this was probably about a year and a half ago. And I remember I was working, and she was really, she was looking for a job, and she was adamant about really looking for a job. I'm like, okay, I understand. She's really eager and wanted to, work. And but it was like she had a bad attitude. So I was like, the first part, but she was persistent. So I mean, that goes a little way, but then at the same time, your attitude was coming off really not like you want me to hire you with that attitude.
Yeah.
So
I know about everybody else.
Right.
Me, like
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I did. I interviewed her, and I just was like, this is the reason why I'm not gonna hire you. And I said, I just want you to know the reason why. And she's like, and she was like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. She was like, I said, because the way you're coming across, you're coming very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and your attitude is not, on par to where I would want to hire somebody. I went on to say some other things about how she was dressing, how she was just, and so she later on, and the reason why I felt that the need to do that to her because she was a young black woman.
Of course.
I have a daughter, you know what I mean? And I didn't want her, I'm like, if she's gonna have this roadblock with me, if she's giving me this, she's giving it to other people,
Yeah.
for too. So I just felt, and I don't know why, and I come across other people who were like her, similar to her, but for her, I feel like, okay, like why would I sit down and interview with somebody I'm not even gonna hire, you know?
Right,
yeah,
But for her to get the reason why, I wanted her to
Give her a
know.
lesson.
Yeah.
And later on, she did. She called me about like 2 weeks later, and she was like, you know what? I did find a job. I took what you said, and I'm like, because I didn't know whether or not she would do it, or even I wasn't even looking for that, but I wanted to let her know she needed to fix what she was going through.
Yeah.
Right?
Love that.
So
Yeah.
And it's
That's
funny that
good.
you said that way because mine were more men or young men coming into my job, and I was like, that's right.
Right.
You already got a stigma on you. Don't go in there
right.
looking like a gang member or somebody that really don't care, but you need a job.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Right.
I was like, brothers, come on.
Yeah.
Like they're young brothers, come on.
Yeah.
You can put a nice little button-down shirt on.
I used to make I made my son wear a shirt and tie to go to a job at Coffee Bean.
Yeah, you should.
Absolutely.
He was like, Mom, I said, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't care who you interviewing with. I don't care if you interviewing with me. You gonna walk in there and you gonna show everybody else that you passing by as you're walking in there for this job that you mean business.
Right.
Because if you come in there in a Regal t-shirt and some sneakers and some denim jeans,
You gonna walk out of there just the same
Exactly.
way with nothing.
With no
Exactly.
With no callback.
And keep it up. A lot of people get the impression that once I get the job and I'm working, because I'm in the movement and I'm working, I don't have to look nice.
Oh no. That's not
No,
work.
you have to keep it up.
Yeah.
I tell my team all the time, I need you to find a relationship with your iron.
Yeah.
Find a relationship with your iron and make sure you guys form this relationship and have a good one.
Bond.
A bond. Exactly. So all of that plays a part in what we offer with Black Tea, what we can bring to our clients and what we can,
Vast experience.
but yeah, the wonderful experience
Yeah.
of it. So I think this talk was good today, ladies. I really, think that it gave us the opportunity to really share us, and so our guests, our guests, can get to meet us and know who we are and what we're all about, and know why we're trying to do what we're trying to do. So I really enjoyed today. I really did.
So did I.
Learned a lot.
So I want to just thank thank you guys for joining us today. It was a really nice show. I always have a wonderful time hanging out with these two ladies here. I always bring something, you know, to the table when we have good conversations and everything. But before we go, I just want to show you a little bit of something else that Black Tea has to offer. We also can do some wonderful, you know, print work if you want for your office or your home. You're more than welcome to, you know, order it. So like I said, leave your comment down below, or check out our website at www.blackteacomplete.com, and you can always order something. One of us will get back to you. And they also come as large as 16 by 20. So you can get a larger one. And yeah, and also you can check us out on Instagram at events_at_black tea. Check us out. There's some pictures and everything up there that you can also look for. You can hit us up, DM us on Instagram, let us know if it's something that you like. We can always create it for you, customize it for you. You can get these in other colors.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be black and white. We can chat about it and see what it is exactly that you would like, and we can make these for you.
Yeah,
She's also
right here too.
But she wants to be right. And if you guys can't tell, these actually have jewels on them. These have jewels. So it's like a 3D kind of like painting. Really stands out, really pops when you put it on your wall. So check us out. You know, we have some good things that we have to offer. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Until next time, let's connect and let's network. Bye.